What's good, Sportiverse, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today is just going to be a little casual video. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about some things that I've been noticing that I think are of relevance to this channel. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about what's going on with the NBA. Now, if you've been paying attention to Twitter for like the last 2 days, there has been a huge uptick in COVID cases. A lot of people have been put into health and safety protocols. It started with LeBron, but I think that was a false positive. And now it's trickled down to the entire Bulls team. A few players on a few different teams are popping up, and this is getting crazy. Now, what's crazy about it is if you have watched my last video on this topic, you'll know that 95 to 97% of the NBA is vaccinated. And of those other players who are not vaccinated, most of them do not play, do not practice, and are not able to participate. Now, in order to even work in the NBA, let alone even go to most of the games, you also have to be vaccinated. So here begs the question, how did they all get COVID? And this to me is a very huge topic of discussion, is like, to be honest, the NBA protocols are probably the safest protocols in the entire country, let alone just safe in general. And it's crazy that the safest people in the country, where 97% of them are vaccinated and 97% of them are healthy, 100% of them are healthy. It's crazy that they could catch COVID. Now, hopefully they get it all cleared up and they get it isolated and they're able to get everybody cleared and right back into playing. I know a few games have already been suspended, and that was before we started seeing more cases on other teams and not just the Bulls. But hopefully they'll fix that and we'll be able to continue the season. But I will not be surprised if we are not able to continue the season and they shut down. They even said one of the cases was supposedly the Omicron variant or whatever. And if that ends up being most of the cases, or why it's spreading because the vaccine does not protect you from that variant, yeah, it could get bad in the country as a whole, not just the NBA. But yeah, so that was my first topic of discussion. I also saw updates on Kyrie Irving. So apparently Kyrie Irving, there's renewed optimism that he's going to be returning. You know me, you know this channel, I'm very skeptical of any of that. I know on my last video, there was some news saying that there was a plant-based vaccine in the works. And technically, if that is a thing, that should at least get Kyrie to look into that option. Me personally, I don't think either option is in Kyrie's interest, getting the real vaccine or a plant-based one, or getting vaccinated at all. If you haven't seen, as like a little bit of like around the world news, his girlfriend, not sure which one it is, I'm assuming it's his wife, just had their child, and she had a full natural at-home birth. Yeah, so I doubt it's in the works of him getting a vaccine ever. I doubt it, but we'll see. He did post something about some shoes. I saw that floating around, but you don't know where that is. We don't know if that's at the Brooklyn Nets headquarters, if that's at home, if that's at a random gym. And based off of the floor and the weights that you can see in the video, I would assume it's literally a random gym, and it's just him posting like, I'm still practicing, I'm still getting my reps in, I'm just not playing yet. That's what I think happened. I don't think there's really any real updates to that story as of right now. Now, my last update for this video is, I know on this channel and on my gaming channel, we've talked about the metaverse gaming, metaverse NFTs, how sports is getting involved in this whole world with their own coins, NFTs, acquiring Bitcoin, the crypto.com center, like, is getting real. And the next step of all this getting real is what we've seen in the things that Nike has been doing. And I mentioned in a past video that Nike partnered with Roblox to start Nikeland, which will be on Decentraland. But Nike also just acquired a virtual clothing brand. Now, I wish I was this innovative and this smart and would have been bought out by Nike. It isn't my dream to ever work with Nike, let alone like get a Nike sponsorship or something. I don't know. But This was so crazy to me. And I don't know if you guys have seen the characters that this virtual clothing line makes, but they are hard. And so to clarify what is going on, so this Nike collaboration is with the clothing brand called Artifact. Now, that's not what it looks like. Well, it looks like Artifact if you read it, but it looks kind of confusing to the first like glance or whatever. I did not know it was called Artifact when I looked at it, but that's a pretty cool name in my opinion. And their logo is like a little lightning bolt sideways. And it's really cool, simple, straight to the point, and really, really dope. A lot of stuff that they post is extremely dope, really high end looking things, but they are all virtual. And it's funny because a lot of the criticism Nike has received for collabing with this brand, not collabing, they bought them, right? So you know how it's Nike, Jordan, and Converse, because Nike bought Converse and Nike owns Jordan, but Jordan is technically its own conglomerate underneath Nike, which is not the same thing as like LeBron or other Nike athletes being signed to Nike and then putting out clothing lines through them. Jordan is its own house. Nike is the main house. Converse is an existing house that Nike bought. And now Artifact is an existing house that Nike has bought. Now, there's been a lot of criticism about it because Artifact literally started in 2020, along with most NFTs. It's literally a brand new company. But what I will say is Artifact, I think, is the dopest thing in the whole NFT space. And I think once more people are open to what's going on, they will see that company in particular and why Nike bought them. And so I'm excited. I think I want to try to get my hands on an Artifact, and specifically anything that they do moving forward that is Nike related. And I think we should keep our eyes on this project. But other than that, that's some really cool updates in the Sportiverse for today. And so I got more videos coming for you guys like always, and I'll see you guys next time.